It wasn't the prettiest of games, but I thought it was a tremendously gutsy effort by our group. I know they were shorthanded a little bit. We were shorthanded, not having Ashley Owusu, just getting Kayana Trailer back, who missed last game. So we're all trying to figure it out at this juncture in the season. So if we can continue to win while we're trying to figure out, I think it's a bonus for us. But very proud of our group. We didn't have to rely on one person. We're a well-rounded group. Elizabeth Kitley didn't have it going today, and credit their defense. But I thought Kayana Trailer did a tremendous job of really getting us going. Deasia Gregg was fantastic in some of the little plays we had. Just proud of our group, though. Eerily similar to last year, where we kind of controlled the game late going into the last 5 minutes, and we faltered down the stretch. We learned a lot from that game, and even though we didn't finish it the exact way we wanted to, I thought we were resilient in overcoming some of the plays. So very proud of our group, and we'll take it and we'll move on.
Hey, Kayana, how were you feeling? I mean, obviously you looked good. Can you take us through the recovery and sort of what was ailing you on Thursday, and then how you felt tonight?
Yeah, I just didn't feel very well in our last game. Just a little bit of sickness, but was able to come back the day after our game and get a couple practices in. Felt good, so yeah, definitely was feeling it towards the end of the fourth quarter. But yeah.
Coach Brooks told Berman earlier this week that you guys were better equipped to finish games this year. Why do you think that is? I know you didn't finish it exactly the way you wanted, but why do you think you're more prepared?
Yeah, I think it's just experience, really. We have a lot of people that have played a lot of minutes and have been in a lot of situations. So I think it's easy whenever you're not experienced to kind of lose your head in situations like that when people are coming, making a comeback. But I think we just stayed grounded and kept talking to each other and just pulled it out.
Coach, what is it kind of about this team that allows kind of anyone to step up, especially when you're starting to kind of having the day they did today?
They're all talented. And you look at their resumes, and, I can start with Kayla. Kayla's scored 33 points in a game this year, so she's capable. Kayana Trailer was all Big Ten performer before she came to Virginia Tech. Ashley Wusu's out right now, but she was an All-American. Liz Kitley's an All-American. Taylor Soule was a leading scorer for Boston College. I can go so on and so forth down the line. Georgia Amore, so we're equipped to handle a lot of different situations. So we don't just have to go in one area. And tonight it was KT who really got us going early. She really kind of settled us down a little bit too. We had a couple bad possessions defensively to start the second half, but she came off of ball screen a couple times. I think she had 2 or 3 of those little mid-range jump shots. So we have kids who are capable, and no one cares who gets the credit. They just want to win a basketball game, and that's a recipe for success. And that's why I think that they're going to be in a lot of different basketball games, just depending on who is going to be able to take over.
Do you have a timeline on Owusu and when we may see her?
Yeah, indefinite. We're not going to rush her back. We're going to make sure that her situation is best, for her for long run. I think that we're equipped to hold down the fort, so to speak, until she can get back.
And then, kind of similar situation, last 5 minutes last year, you're up by 6. I think you're up by 7 today. What kind of allowed you guys to finish that game unlike you did last year?
It was eerily similar, and during that stretch last year, they just kept making plays and we didn't. And we didn't make as many plays as we wish we had, but we made a couple timely ones to get a layup. I think KT had a layup. Liz hit a big jumper after she really couldn't get one to fall all night. And then we just hung on. I thought Deasia Gregg was really good down the stretch, had a couple of loose balls, rebounds, and she probably could have made a couple more free throws. But everybody stepped in and did a little bit of something to help us get over the top.
Coach, what was Tennessee able to do in the fourth quarter that was so effective against you guys defensively?
Physical. Extremely physical. Kelly went to a really big lineup, and this may have been one of the very few times in my career that we were smaller than them in a juncture in the game, smaller than them at every position. And Jordan was just unbelievable. She got to her spots, rose up, and she made shots, she's a tremendous athlete, tremendous talent. But I thought we could have done a better job boxing out. But once the ball went up, they were in, and I don't mean desperation mode, but they had to make something happen, and they were really crashing the boards, and we didn't secure rebounds like we should have. And I thought we played a little bit soft down that stretch, but they were just more physical than we were down the stretch.
And then after the way that Tamara Key opened the game, being able to score against Kitley, were you surprised they stopped going to her in the third and most of the fourth?
I have enough trouble coaching my teams. I would never coach Kelly's team. She knows them a lot better than I do. And Tamari's a tremendous talent. I know they got some things going on where they're trying to find their identity. I know some kids were in and out today. Kelly does a tremendous job, and she has a really good basketball team. And there's no doubt in my mind that by the time we finish the season, we're going to be talking about how good her team is.
Kayla, this is hallowed ground for women's basketball here. What was it like to win here, play here? There's a very talented home team, great atmosphere. Just kind of, can you sum up all of that, what it was like to play in it?
I mean, I think it means a lot because last year they came into our house and they beat us and definitely didn't like that feeling. So we got to come here this year and we got to play in front of a great crowd. I think that's one of the biggest crowds we've played in. So I think it just meant a lot, especially being in the ACC. Like, we don't get a chance to come to some SEC schools, and coming to Tennessee, it was just a fun environment.
I told the kids that said, regardless of what's going to happen, you're going to be able to say, I went to Tennessee, and then how do you want to finish the sentence? You go out and play your heart out. We went to Tennessee, we got to win. Something that they'll always remember. But, obviously, Tennessee is a standard for women's basketball, always has been. These kids grew up watching Coach Summit, Tennessee and what's going on. So it'll be something that they always remember. And we made sure that they understood that before the game started, that this is going to be a tremendous environment. Fans are extremely knowledgeable. My first time ever in Knoxville, we were downtown Knoxville. We all had a good time last night. It was fun. But it's something that they'll all remember. So I'm glad they were able to go out and finish it out.